In today's video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the beta of a stock. If you've ever looked at a stock summary page and seen a decimal number listed as beta, you might have wondered how it impacts your money. Understanding this metric is crucial for gauging risk and predicting how your investments might react when the broader market starts to move. Essentially, beta is a statistical measure that tracks a stock's volatility relative to the overall market benchmark. Think of it as a speedometer for risk. It tells you how much a specific stock tends to jump or dip compared to the rest of the market. It doesn't tell you the quality of a company, but rather how reactive that company's stock price is to external market forces. To understand this properly, we first need to establish a baseline. The broader market, which is usually represented by the S&P 500 index, is always assigned a beta of 1.0. This serves as our fixed benchmark. If the S&P 500 moves up 1%, a stock with a beta of 1.0 is generally expected to move up 1% as well. It moves in lockstep with the market. Moving beyond that baseline, we find high beta stocks, which have a value greater than 1.0. These are categorized as aggressive investments because they amplify market movements. The reason for this is that they are more sensitive to economic shifts. For example, NVidia has a beta of 1.72. This means it is significantly more volatile than the market. If the S&P 500 rises, NVIDIA tends to rise much higher, but if the market crashes, NVIDIA is statistically likely to drop much further. On the other hand, we have low beta stocks, which sit between 0 and 1. These are often viewed as defensive investments because they are less sensitive to market swings. A great example is Netflix, which has a beta of 0.69. This suggests that Netflix is theoretically 31% less volatile than the overall market. While you might see smaller gains during a roaring bull market, these stocks often provide more stability and cushion during a market downturn. Then there is the concept of zero beta. These are assets with no correlation to market movements whatsoever. This category often includes cash or specific decoupled equities. For instance, Investbank on the Abu Dhabi exchange has a beta of 0. When a stock has a beta of 0, it means its price movements are independent of whether the S&P 500 is soaring or sinking. It simply marches to the beat of its own drum. Even more rare is a negative beta. These are assets that move in the opposite direction of the market benchmark. For instance, Tern Pharmaceuticals currently has a beta of negative 1.39. In theory, if the market goes down, a negative beta stock would be expected to go up. While these are uncommon, investors sometimes look for them to act as a hedge against market crashes. Ultimately, investors use these values to balance risk and build a diversified portfolio based on their individual risk tolerance. If you are a conservative investor, you might fill your portfolio with low beta stocks to avoid the roller coaster effect. If you have a high risk appetite, you might lean into high beta stocks for the potential of outsized returns. In summary, beta is a powerful tool that quantifies how a stock dances to the rhythm of the market, whether it leads the charge, follows slowly, or ignores the music entirely. Now that you know how to read this metric, I want you to look up one stock you currently own and share its beta in the comments below. Does its number make you feel like a market daredevil or a cautious strategist?